and welcome to the latest bulletin from Haverhill UK News, brought to you by Haverhill TV. In the news for today, Friday, April the 19th, the UK's leading pet supplies store is aiming to set up a branch in Haverhill, next to B&Q. Haverhill business people unanimously told MP Matthew Hancock this morning they wanted the railway back rather than a guided bus service to Cambridge. And anyone for tennis? Haverhill Tennis Club and Haverhill Leisure Centre are trying to get more people to take up playing the sport after work. The UK's largest pet supplies retailer aims to come to Haverhill, occupying the site near B&Q, where McDonald's were refused permission 12 years ago for a drive-through. Pets at Home, which has stores in Newmarket, Sudbury and Cambridge, would be the occupier of a new retail store for which Metric GP Income Plus Limited and Metric Income Plus Nominee Limited, the site landlords, have submitted a planning application to St Edmundsbury Borough Council. It would be a 9,000 square foot store and would employ 15 people on the frontage of Cambridge Retail Park next to B&Q, which is currently laid to landscaping. The site has long been earmarked for a retail development, and McDonald's tried several times to get permission for a restaurant and drive-through there in 2000, but local residents fought a strong campaign and the applications were rejected by council planners. Pets at Home robustly defended its care of the animals it supplies after a BBC Watchdog programme last year claiming mistreatment of small animals. The company has some 320 stores in the UK and employs around 5,000 people. Residents near the bus depot in Dudley Hill had a preview of plans to redevelop it for housing earlier this week. Mitchell & Co are putting together a planning application for the site and consulted residents through a public meeting at the Leisure Centre. Paul Mitchell will be giving a presentation about the plans to Haverhill Town Council's Planning Committee next week. Town business people told MP Matthew Hancock unanimously this morning that they want a railway rather than a guided bus to Cambridge. Mr Hancock came to talk to the Best of Haverhill's monthly networking meeting and used the occasion to get feedback from local business people on a variety of issues which affect them. One of the main ones raised from a packed audience was transport links to Cambridge, and Mr Hancock's tone had changed slightly from when he answered similar questions last year. He said something had changed recently in the argument about the rail renewal since the Oxford to Bedford rail link had been reopened. This was part of the Oxford to Colchester route closed in 1967 by the Beeching Axe, as is the line through Haverhill. The rest of the link is more problematical because parts of the old route have been built over, but Mr Hancock confirmed the government were starting to look at it, although he joked he couldn't see it being finished by Christmas. It was a long-term project, he said. The guided bus idea had been urged by Suffolk County Council's Transport Supremo, Councillor Guy McGregor, and Mr Hancock said he was aware Mr Gregor had not gone down well in Haverhill at a recent visit. He felt the arguments for road improvement and rail renewal were both strong, as Haverhill was so far from both a railway and a fully dualled road. At the end of the meeting, the owner of the Best of Haverhill, Elaine Carr, said she detected a change in tone from guided bus to railway, so Mr Hancock asked for a show of hands for each. The railway vote was overwhelming and the guided bus received no votes at all. A pair of sixth form students from Castle Manor Academy are raising funds to spend a month in Ghana, volunteering in a nursery and helping with a local construction project. The students, Bethany Franks and Emily Roberts, both 18, from Haverhill, have already used their savings to pay for the flights and now need to raise £1,000 to go towards the cost of accommodation and injections. They've already received support from Havebury Housing and from Canon Ian Finn at St Mary's Church towards this goal, but would now like to galvanise the support of the community. You can help their cause either by donating money or by donating unwanted clothing. Monetary donations can be given to Castle Manor Academy, cheques made payable to Castle Manor Academy and clearly marked for the Original Volunteers project. And if you have bags of textiles that you'd like to donate, these can also be brought into the Academy. And finally, casual tennis players are to get more time to practice their forehand and serve, as the town's tennis club makes more after-work courts available. Thanks to an ongoing partnership between Haverhill Leisure Centre and the club to encourage more people to take up the game, casual pay and play will be available between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. every evening, except Tuesday, when it will be between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. For the Centre's Inspire members, this will be free. The courts will be available for casual tennis games through booking at the centre on 01440 702548 or online at www.acleisure.com. That's all for today, but join us again on Tuesday, and meantime keep in touch by going to www.haverhilluk.co.uk or following us on Twitter. My weekly Heart of the Matter video blog will be delayed until Tuesday next week. Meanwhile, here is the weekend's weather.